and so we think that's okay. We didn't see Nika in the few minutes we were up there. Did she practice?
Nika practiced the whole time. Nika's 100%. Whatever that means. She's good to go on Sunday.
9 available on Sunday?
Nika is going to go. Dorka, as of today, is planning to go. We'll know more tomorrow after she gets another workout in where she has contact and she's able to go through a whole practice. So we're getting close.
Obviously, without Nika and AZ, turnovers have been an issue. Is that something that's going to improve just by the fact that Nika's coming back, or you still have to work on that additionally to cut those down?
Obviously, I think having somebody like Nika back is going to help in every area. You know, it's going to help our defense. It's going to help. It's going to help our transition game. It's going to help our ball handling. And I think that's evident. That'll take care of majority of those issues. The other part is hopefully a byproduct of that players who are in uncomfortable situations right now can get back to their comfort spots. So, little by little, that'll get taken care of.
Obviously, Dorka's broken thumb is a lot different than her wrist fracture in the spring, but did you see a different mentality she had to the rehab for the thumb versus the wrist? Two different things. One is, the surgery is going to take whatever it is, and the other one is when it feels better. Obviously with the wrist, just because it feels good, you're still not able to go. So it's just a different scenario, and everybody will benefit when Dorka's back. And I know Dorka's anxious to get back.
How do you think, this recent stretch of dealing with injuries and different players having to step up will just help the team, moving forward? And did you see that kind of last year as well?
I do think it helps. I do think it makes you a better team long term. If you get more playing time from more players, certainly there's changes that happen throughout the year. Is somebody effective because they're playing 30 minutes instead of 15? And then when everybody's healthy, are they still going to play 30 minutes? No. But hopefully the 15 or whatever they play normally will be a better 15 than what they did before.
How much growth, if any, can you see in Inez after she's thrown into the fire like she was? Do you see a more confident player or somebody who's figuring things out?
Not yet. But I'm sure that there's a reason why it's called throwing into the fire, because you get burned. And when you get burned, there's scars, and it takes a while for those scars to heal. So initially, it's got to wear off. The reality of what happened has to wear off. And then, little by little, I think she'll be fine. It's just it's just a lot to throw at somebody at one time. And, PTSD's got to wear off a little bit.
What are your, impressions of Florida State's core and how they look under their new head coach?
Well, they're aggressive as hell. They're athletic as hell. They play really, really hard. They play fast, and they play physical. There's a reason why their record is what it is, and they've got a great scorer. A young kid that gets points a lot of different ways, and You know, and it's not like they're one-dimensional. You know, they're not like, well, they're just big or they're just small and athletic, you know, or they just shoot the ball well. I mean, there's just a lot of things that they're really good at. And I'm really impressed with their team. Really, really. I think Brooke's done a phenomenal job there.
What do you see as the biggest difference in how she coaches the team versus, or how she defines the team versus when Sue's there?
I don't know. I mean, everybody has their own way of going about things, and you know, we certainly played Florida State a lot of times when Sue was there, and it was very similar. You know, it was very similar type of approach. You know, with their size and with their athleticism. So I just think it's Brooke's personality. Other than that, you know, the schemes and the things that they're doing, you know, a lot of similarities. Sure.
You mentioned the freshman Tanaya Lawson. Just what have your impressions of her been from film, and just to be able to come in as a freshman and be fifth in the country in scoring?
Well, when you're a scorer and you're given the opportunity to score, that's what happens. Doesn't matter whether you're a freshman or a senior. You know, sometimes people go, "Well, she's just a freshman." Well, there's some seniors that still don't get it. You know, so if you like to score points and you're good at it, and you're put in a situation where you have the opportunity to do that, some people take advantage of it and some don't, and she has. And I think the edge that she gives her team is because she has the ball in her hands a lot. They don't have to necessarily manufacture ways to get her the ball, you know. So she's just really, really good. Freshman, no freshman. She's just good.
What's the biggest thing you've missed with Dorka being out? Is it her passing ability up top or something else?
Just her presence on the floor creates a different vibe, you know. It's another ball handler. It's another three-point shooter. It's another way to space the floor. It's another inside scorer. So it's a lot of things. Sometimes I said this before, sometimes you lose a player and it's, wow, we just lost a really good defender, or we just lost a really good rebounder. When you lose players that are multi-dimensional, that can do a bunch of different things, your team's going to suffer in a lot of ways. So having her back fixes a lot of things.
Caroline played well against Providence, not so well at Notre Dame. In the last two games, had to play a lot of minutes. What have you seen from her that you liked, and what do you hope will get better?
What have I seen that I like? Not much. And I've talked to her about it. I think the want to, I want to be really good. I want to play really well. I really want to contribute. I want to make a lot of plays. That hasn't gone away. That hasn't changed. It's the anxiousness and diving headfirst into bad situations and trying to make things happen that aren't there. It's forcing the game rather than letting the game come to her. That's been a real real struggle for her at this point. And we knew that was going to happen, and that's why we were trying to bring her back slowly. And then unfortunately, she's been pushed in a situation where now it's a lot of minutes. And I'm not sure that not having touched the basketball all summer and playing, and then coming off of, some of the things that she's dealing with, that's been fair to her. So little by little, I think that's going to improve.
Is that anxiousness and forcing it a little bit, did you see that at any point last year, and it's a little bit relapsing?
Yeah, but it's good. Last year was good because she was quicker. She was able to get to places. She was more fluid. So all that stuff works in your favor. Right now, because physically she can't do those things, it doesn't work in your favor. So it's adjusting to the new normal for right now.
You mentioned that, I think it was last week, that it was kind of the mental aspect holding, Dorka Dorka back, like kind of feeling ready to come back. What have you seen in that shift in her to from then to now?
I don't know. You have to be a mind reader a lot of times to figure stuff out. But, you can just go by, hey, I'm practicing today. Hey, I can go this long. Hey, I can have contact. Hey, there's no limits to, what I can do. So, that is what is relayed to us, not what we relayed. Hey, you should do this today. So it's not any mind reading or anything. This is what she tells us. This is what she shows us. And then we just go from there.
Besides having both Dorka and Nika back in practices, you've had Dorka back for a little bit now, but what have you liked just in this week off and having them have more rest this week in practices?
Time off after what we've been through, is really good. Getting the chance to regroup is good. Nika brings a little more, again, back to semblance of normal. We have the ability to offensively and defensively do things that are more familiar as opposed to trying to scramble around and trying to make it look familiar. Getting her and Dorka back, for more than just, one day, but to have them here for 3 or 4 practices, I think that's obviously a big boost to the morale of the team. We were, I think we were pretty disappointed with, what happened. Last week was not a great week. Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, just wasn't a great week. So having that time off to kind of get our bearings back was really came at a good time. Just that now we have 2 really good teams, Sunday and Wednesday. But there are no bad teams on our schedule. We could play a schedule that's 300th, but we don't do that. Our fans deserve better than that. Our players deserve better than that. So that's the price you got to pay for who we are.
What was the process like of Nika kind of integrating back after the concussion in practice and just kind of her eagerness there?
What was the process like?
Yeah, of just kind of her coming back. Was she practicing like earlier in the week? And
No. Today was her first day of going 100%, the whole practice. The other days were more just a drill here, a drill there, a shooting drill here, a defensive drill there, but not everything for that long a period of time, and including all the contact that goes with that. So today was the first day, and then tomorrow will be a second, and then we'll go Sunday.